Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a skinny sculpture out of wire. Now, what I did here is I already made the head. And I'll just kind of show you how I did that with this ribbon. What I did was I twisted it like this. So it was one of those awareness ribbons like, this person needs help with cancer or say no to drugs. And then I twisted it. That's how I made the head. All right, so you already have your head like this. What you're going to do is you're going to put the other two pieces of wire out like you're doing the splits. Okay? And then you're going to, on each side, mark off about 2 inches and fold it in. And that's going to be your arm. And then just go ahead and fold the extra down. Now I'm going to take the other arm and I'm going to mark off about 2 inches. And I'm going to fold it. And that's the other arm. And fold it down. Okay, can you see how that's going to be a person now? Now, the way to make it stay is by twisting these 2 wires around each other. So what I usually do is I take my finger and kind of put it in between. And then I twist it around, 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 a lot, until it's very tight on both sides. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm not going to actually do it all the way right now just because I want to do this kind of quickly. So I'm just going to twist it around, 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 around a bunch of times until you get it how you want it. So now there are the arms. Now we have 2 arms and we have a head. Now we have to make legs out of this and a body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide how tall I want my person to be. This is a little too tall and it's a little too flimsy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my legs up until it's about the size I want. And I think your legs are usually longer than your arms. So that was about 2 inches. So maybe I'm going to do about 3 or 4 inches. And I'm just going to fold it up and do the same thing that I did with the leg and twist it around. I mean, I did with the arm where I twisted it, you know. I'm going to kind of do that too, just to get it started. And then I'm going to do that with this leg. And I want to make them even. So if I end up that they're really not even at all, I can maybe fold one up more than the other. And do you see how I can make them even by folding it up so they're even? Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist it, twist it, twist it. Now I need a body. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist these 2 around each other until it's a body. Now, if I don't do it evenly, I could end up with one leg really long and one leg really short. So I just have to keep twisting. Now I'll show you one that I've already done. So this one I've already done and I have it in a body shape. And it's going to be pretty sturdy once I get it in the body shape like that. Okay? So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cover the whole thing with foil. So let me trade this out for one I've started. So this one, I covered the head with foil and I covered the arm. I'm covering the arms with foil. And let me show you how you use your foil. Now you have a piece of foil. If you run out, you can use some more that you have at home. But what I usually do is I usually just make little strips of the foil. And I don't even use scissors. And then I just wrap it around and I press. When you press the foil, it will stay. I don't need to even use glue or tape or anything. I just wrap it around and it should stay. Now I'm making this look easy because I've done this a bunch of times with a bunch of kids. Oh no, it broke. What do I do? All I do is if you press it, it will stay in and I can just reuse this. So I just overlap it and I keep wrapping it until the whole thing is covered in foil. Okay? Now, it is a little tricky to get it to stay, but you have to, I think the trick is to twist it and press it. So you want it tight like this. You don't want it, this one's a little bit too loose. I need to make it tighter by pressing it in. Okay? And then what I did for the head was I just took a bigger piece and wrapped it around like that. And then pressed it again. All right, so here's one that I've already done. And what I did was, once I had it all wrapped, I decided what I wanted it to be. And I wanted this to be a ballerina girl. So what I did was I actually added a ponytail. I don't know if you can see that. I added a ponytail. And I added a skirt. So I'll show you the way I did the skirt and the ponytail. I just took pieces of foil and I wrapped it around. And then I let it kind of hang off like that. And then I kept going around and I added some more skirt until I have the skirt sticking out like that, because that's how ballerinas have their skirts. Now, you could do something, you don't have to do a ballerina obviously, and you don't have to do a ponytail. You could have your skinny person holding something, like a bat, or you could have your skinny person on a skateboard. But you're going to have to make your skinny person doing something. So I made the hair and I made the ballet skirt. And then I decided I wanted my person to be kicking like this. And then I put the clay so she could stand up. So pretend she's standing up right there. Here she's standing up. I don't know how that looks for the camera, but that's how she's going to be. Let's do a couple of other things. Like let's say you wanted to make a skateboard. You could put a piece flat like this, and then you could stick your clay so it's on the skateboard like that. Or if you wanted to make a baseball bat, you could take your piece and make a baseball bat, and then you would have to use foil to make it stay. So say he's holding pretend that this is already all covered with foil. Then you would have to make him holding the baseball bat. So I like to try to do it without using tape and glue if you can, but if you can't, then you can use a little bit. But you want to try to make if you're using tape or glue, try to make it so it doesn't show. So a lot of times I can make it stay as long as it's not too heavy by just wrapping foil around it like that. And I could make him holding a baseball bat. See, like that? This is not the correct form, but that's okay. How's that? That's better. So he's holding the baseball bat, or she. All right, you get the idea? All right, you're gonna make a card for your skinny sculpture like you did before by writing your name and writing the name of your sculpture. So this one maybe would be, hey batter batter, and this one would be ballerina girl, something like that. And I would make my card with my name on it. Okay, that's all for today, kids.